Live from downtown Detroit, Local 4 News at 11 starts now.
Long lines at area hotels as dozens of people line the lobbies hoping to have a place to stay until the lights come back home.
Generators humming tonight as 500,000 Metro Detroiters are still without power. 500,000 is a huge number, but crews have made some progress in the past 24 hours.
DTE says it's restored power now to more than 300,000 customers. That's a lot, but not home yet because 515,000 customers still in the dark.
The hardest hit areas are in Wayne, Oakland, Macomb, and Washtenaw counties. DTE expects 90% of the power will be restored by Sunday evening.
Now, one of the highest areas of concentrated power outages downriver. Mara McDonald live tonight in Southgate. Mara?
Devin, I want to show you two things that really illustrate the whole thing. Number one, take a look behind me. That gives you an idea of how high the wind had to blow out here to blow over a tree with that kind of a root ball. And then number two, this is a first. The wind blew so hard off of Trenton Road that it blew the shopping cart over here. And Tamat, let's give everybody an idea of how really dark it is out here tonight. We're going to turn our camera light off so you see what everybody's dealing with. Stretches of major streets are without power downriver, and officers are out directing traffic and trying to keep everything moving. It's really hit or miss, big stretches of darkness peppered with spots that have power. One of those spots that's powered up is Good Shepherd Missionary Baptist Church.
It's very dark out, but there's light in the community.
Their lights came on around 3:45, and tonight they opened their doors to the community for a hot meal.
We were coming here to turn on a generator, but the Lord blessed us with power. So quickly it came to us to open up and extend the hand to the community. So we put a plan in motion, and here we are.
It has a little spice.
The turkey and tomato soups along with grilled cheese sandwiches were really appreciated.
All right, thank you so much.
Jennifer Steen and her son have had to work at staying warm today.
We were up at the library staying warm and had our computer and pick up movies and do that. But tomorrow the library's not even going to be open in Southgate.
Steen doesn't have a generator, so for her, tonight it's blankets and...
We got one room. We got cats. Yeah. Big, fat, fluffy ones. They'll work.
Thank goodness for those big, fat, fluffy cats. And Devin, Karen, I felt so bad. We rolled into this neighborhood tonight and we showed you how dark it was. So people just saw what looked like a larger vehicle that had something on top of it, and their immediate thought was, DTE is here. And they come running up to us. I'm like, oh, you guys, I'm so sorry. We're not DTE, but some of the dads in the neighborhood, they offered us some beers anyway, which we, of course, declined. We are live in Southgate tonight. Mara McDonald, Local 4.
But everybody is going to be looking for the DTE trucks, hoping that it's their turn. And DTE has made some progress here, Mara, but it's going to be a possibility there'll be some that won't have power for the weekend, right?
You know, they are warning everybody, and they have been very upfront with that. I think that we're down to, what, 515,000 outages now. There's no way that's going to get solved tomorrow. So, yeah, there is very likely going to be some sizable pockets on Sunday that may still not have power.
All right, and much colder weather coming in in the interim, as we'll hear from Ben coming up as well. All right, Mara.
Meantime, take a look at this. It looks like a line to get into a concert or a doorbuster deal on Black Friday. These are people waiting to get a room at the Edward Village Hotel in Dearborn. The hotel has already sold out 750 rooms. We caught up with a man who got the last one.
I booked the last reservation, and it cost me $450 for 2 nights. Yeah, it's ridiculous. Wow. But I had no choice.
Hotel rooms across town are at capacity. Jermont Terry live in Warren, where people found themselves in similar situations. Jermont, everyone's just trying to keep warm.
Yeah, you got that right, Karen. You know, this hotel behind me here in Warren has 68 rooms, and they are all booked tonight. People have been pulling into this parking lot, reading the sign on the door, just shaking their heads because they just want a warm place to stay tonight, and that's hard to find.
They fold out. So we can set them on the table.
Oh, that'd be nice.
With no electricity, flashlights and candles are what folks are relying on in this power outage.
It's unfortunate, yes it is, but I'd rather stay here with my comrades here
and we just waited out with them.
Could be worse, guys. We could be cold and hungry.
At Vets Returning Home, a shelter for homeless veterans in Roseville, the director scrambled searching for a warm place for these men and women.
Dealing with the same issues. They don't have electricity, they can't take a hot shower, you know, they have to fumble around in the dark at night. I don't have an alternative.
Sandy Bauer has been on the hunt for hotels all day.
I couldn't even get anybody to answer the hotels I've been calling for the past couple hours. That's why I drove down here.
But like the more than 500,000 DTE customers still without power, they're finding hotels are a hot commodity.
I live right up the street in Mount Clemens, and I can't even get a room in Mount Clemens limits. Roseville, nowhere.
That's why after driving to 3 hotels and hours of calling around, Sandy and the vets are eating in the dark.
I finally just gave up. There's not a hotel to be had.
Would have been nice to get a hotel room though, right?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Who would want a hotel room?
And right now, hotels like this one and throughout the area aren't even taking online reservations because they have guests here, but it's unclear how long they're going to be here. Many of them are just planning it day by day, stopping off at their homes and then figuring out if they need to rebook or stay another night. For now, reporting live in Warren, Jermont Terry, Local 4.
All right, thank you, Jermont. Now, we do know that clickondetroit.com has been a critical source of information for many of you, especially if you don't have power. That's why we are working 24/7 to provide you updated school closing lists, DTE outage maps, and live streams for our newscasts. Now, currently, there are already 150 school closings. You'll find all the links you need on our homepage.
We know many of you are without power right now, and that can be a big hassle. What can also be annoying is when you lose juice on your phone. Help Me Hank is here to charge you up. Here's what we're going to be doing. We're going to be in 2 different areas on Friday, offering you an opportunity to charge up your phone or your iPad free of charge. Tomorrow morning, we're going to take a look at the 2 areas most being impacted by the outages. At 8 a.m., head to our website, clickondetroit.com, or our Facebook page. Learn where we will be located on Friday and come and get a charge if you need it. I'm Hank Winchester. Help Me Hank. Back to you.
That is a great idea.
Yeah, it is.
It really is. Trees all over Metro Detroit brought down by yesterday's winds. One crashed into a home on top of a woman.
This is quite a scene. The tree fell. Look at this. The tree fell on the home on Lang Street, pretty much split it down the middle. This is St. Clair Shores. Last night, a grandmother and her grandson were inside in the living room when the crash happened. Right as you see it, the tree pinned her to the couch, crushing her legs.
No, I heard the big crash first, and then she was saying, "Help me," and yeah, he didn't know what to do. He was standing right next to her, and he couldn't do anything.
Because I could have gotten crushed if I was on the couch. The tree could have just came and crushed me, but I've saved it.
Oh,
and
shame.
Grandma's okay too. Suffered cuts and bruises, but she is going to be okay.
Charges are expected tomorrow against the man accused of setting the group home fire that killed 5 people on Detroit's east side. Sources tell Local 4 the man lived in the home and got into an argument with a roommate. They say that's when he lit some rags on fire and then set a recliner on fire. On top of that, the city tells Local 4 no one should have been living inside that building. The owner didn't have a certificate of occupancy or compliance.
A federal judge will be in Livonia in court tomorrow. That doesn't sound particularly newsworthy, a judge being in court, but in this case, he'll be the defendant, accused of criminal sexual conduct. 74-year-old Henry Perez is accused of groping a 33-year-old coworker in his office. Perez is a federal administrative law judge currently on leave.
Today, a judge ruled the Justice Department can move forward with its controversial fraud case against Quicken Loans. The company is accused of fraudulently sticking the government with bad mortgages. The Justice Department says the fraud occurred from 2007 to 2011, but the judge narrowed the window of claims by almost 2 years. Quicken Loans is accused of cutting corners when verifying the income of certain borrowers and also seeking improper appraisals. Quicken Loans calls the lawsuit abusive and the investigation a witch hunt. A local lawyer defending himself from some very serious charges, what he's accused of doing that has him locked up tonight.
Also gone in 90 seconds. Thieves making quick work of this business break-in, and what they stole makes them very dangerous. That's just ahead. Hey, Ben.
Bright start tomorrow, Devin, but a chilly one. In fact, that 28th that we'll begin the day with will be our daytime high. Numbers falling and continuing to fall into the weekend. We'll look at that coming up.
Lead exposure in children and the harm it can cause has been front and center, and that has the city of Detroit taking action. I'm Dr. Frank McGeorge. Coming up, how they're tackling the problem of lead in the city.
Thank you, Detroit, for making Local 4 News #1 at 4, 5, 6, and 11.
It's in good health. As the crisis in Flint has unfolded, we've seen the impact exposure to lead that can have on children and their parents as well.
But the city of Detroit has been tackling this issue for some time, as Dr. Frank McGeorge shows us tonight.
Lead has been in our environment for ages, but the amount of harm it does, even at low levels, to the developing brain has only gained more attention in recent years, and that's driven Detroit to be very proactive. Dr. Jonee Caldoun is the executive director of the City of Detroit Health Department. She notes the city has made important progress over years.
Since 2009, the number of elevated blood lead levels in Detroit's children has decreased by 50%, which is great, but I'm a mother of 3 children. Even if there's a potential risk to one child, it's one child too many.
So they're not resting on their laurels.
My vision for the department is really to make sure that we're focused on neighborhoods and focused on people. And that's really what our lead initiative is. Lead Safe Detroit is an initiative that really provides that early education, the support services, and the outreach so that we can protect children from lead exposures. The first thing that everyone needs to know, if you have a child under the age of 6, your child needs to be tested. You can go to your pediatrician's office, or you can go to one of our Detroit Health Department clinics to get tested for free.
That's a really big deal. She's talking about testing every child for free, not just children with special insurance. Right now, only about 1/3 of children in Detroit have been tested, and there's more.
It's not just about screening. What we do after that screen is very important, and that's what our Lead Safe Coalition that started last year is actually about.
That includes early individualized case management, home visits to find the source of exposure, evaluation of siblings and family members, and abatement of lead in homes with lead paint, which remains the most common source of exposure. Even giving special attention when they're abandoned.
Our Detroit demolition program is the largest in the country, but it also has some of the strictest protocols when it comes to the lead dust that develops when a home is demolished.
Because these houses need to be removed and they want to be proactive, the city commissioned a report on the impact.
Out of all the elevated blood lead levels in Detroit's children, only about 2.4% of them may be associated with demolitions.
They found out those children lived within about 8 houses of a home that was demolished during the warmer months between May and September, and that brought action.
Because of that study, we are now implementing immediately certain provisions so that we can protect the city's children.
Now finally, I have to address the water. The city's water has been extensively tested and is completely safe. In fact, you'll recall part of the correction in Flint was to switch to Detroit water. Now for more information on the Detroit Lead Safe Coalition and available resources, go to the health page of our website, clickondetroit.com. Back to you.
All right, Doc, and here's a look at what Kimberly Gill is working on for tomorrow night.
The power of passion.
Look at you. You got it.
Using sport to empower.
Real girl power.
I want to bring them around positive women.
Teaching the girls in the city their own value, I think, is something that we're all very excited to do. Whoa!
And I really think that I'm going to like it here.
I'm Kimberly Gill. I'll take you inside a new program that's become a real passion for Olympic gold medalist Merrill Davis. That's tomorrow at 11.
Well, most of the night was pretty calm, but there were some folks to the west side that were getting some snowflakes. I saw people tweeting about.
Just a few flakes out there. Those are pretty much done, and now everybody's going to get cold.
Yeah,
that's going to be
with a lot of people without power.
Yeah,
perfect, huh?
Timing is not good, and it looks like it's going to stick around for a while too. Here's a look at that snow. Again, it wasn't all that impressive. Now we're probably going to see returns on radar for the next few hours, but this is just moisture that's not making it to the ground. We call that virga. And that's probably going to be hanging around here for the next few hours. But the clouds are going to be there. At least the river's moving in the right direction. We don't have those strong winds that are pushing the waves in the other direction like we did yesterday. 36 is the current temperature, 32 the wind chill right now. And that wind is only out of the northwest at 5. It's going to be calm overnight, but we will see those breezes start to ramp up again tomorrow. Could see wind gusts of 25 plus in the afternoon. But again, that's a far cry from what we endured yesterday. Current temperatures above freezing in almost all locations. 31 in Sandusky, 33 in Howell, two of the cooler spots, and 37 in the city right now. And not much to look at as far as precipitation goes when we get into the upcoming weekend. The storm track's going to generally be kind of doing a horseshoe around the state of Michigan. You see one batch of snow move southwest, and then another one as we get into Sunday stays away from us as well. So not only do we have dry conditions, we'll have more sunshine than clouds. The one thing that we won't have is any warmth, as temperatures will struggle to get back to 32, and that's by the end of the weekend. So you're looking at morning commute temperatures, which are going to be around 27, and likely the warmest temperature that we see all day. 27 in the city. Warren, you'll be at 26, 28 downriver. I don't even think we'll see any 30s here after daybreak, maybe close to that here in Lambertville and Luna Pier at 29, and that's going to be about it. West zone temperatures tomorrow morning anywhere between 23 up in Genesee County and 27 down here in Canton, and just barely hanging on to the 20s in our north zone. A lot of low 20s here from North Branch up to Sandusky, mid 20s getting closer to M59. So we will stay dry, see a decent amount of sunshine tomorrow. Again, temperatures dropping from that 27 in the morning to 19 by the time we see the sun set. And if you're looking for warmer air, you're going to have to wait really until after the 7-day forecast. 42 is about as good as we get. We will see a few flakes around on Monday, but it looks like the bulk of that system is going to stay south. It's really those 2 mornings on Saturday and Sunday where we're going to start out in the teens.
And we lose that hour, too.
Yeah, that too. Yep.
They can have it. It's too cold. We don't want
a lousy hour. I like the way you
think. Send it back.
Yep.
All right, thank you, Ben. Well, with less than a second to spare, 2 drivers rescue an elderly woman from the path of an oncoming train. What she was doing on the tracks.
And this Metro Detroit attorney charged in a rape case. What we're learning about the crime coming up next.
Books are amazing.
They open new doors,
taking you into a world of adventure,
intrigue, and imagination.
So read today and you'll never regret it.
March is Reading Month. Watch Local 4 News today.
And then go to Click on Detroit to see how you can get involved.
This is the Civil.
Here by the Michigan Association of Broadcasters, Local 4.
A Farmington Hills lawyer is in jail tonight accused of rape.
33-year-old Daniel Carlson was arrested yesterday. Police in mid-Michigan say he sexually assaulted an incapacitated woman there back in October. Carlson is charged with criminal sexual conduct and also obstruction of justice. The man convicted of killing an Uber driver during an armed robbery on Detroit's west side is going to spend the rest of his life in prison. 24-year-old DeJuan Watson was sentenced today to 75 years. He shot and killed driver Muda Dionye in March of last year.
All right, a date has been set. The Q Line streetcar will start rolling up and down Woodward starting May 12th. There will be 12 stops along the 3-mile route. The fare will be $1.50.
It's been fun watching the test runs. It took about 90 seconds for 2 thieves to break into a gun shop and take off with more than 24 weapons. This was in Maryland. They broke in, as you saw, using a crowbar to pry open the door, then used those crowbars to break the glass cases. Again, 24 weapons missing, and so far no arrests have been made.
Without a second thought, 2 men put themselves in harm's way to save an elderly woman from an oncoming train. Take a look. On the right side of your screen, the 89-year-old woman is hunched over trying to cross the tracks in New Jersey, but then the railroad crossing arm comes down. 2 drivers jump out of their car, move her out of the way just as the train roars past. None of them were hurt.
Yeah.
Well, those winds yesterday were so crazy they sent one little girl flying.
4-year-old girl opening the screen door to her Ohio home in a gust of wind, picks her up and sends her right off the porch. She was pinned between, look at that. It would be fun if you knew it was coming, but pretty scary otherwise. Held on until her mom could come around to get her. The little girl, okay and laughing in the end. Fortunately, little kids don't know how much trouble they've been in. The most impressive part of it, though, in fact, you can't quite make it out here, but she was holding on to her mom's cell phone the whole time. Never dropped it. Atta girl.
A lesson we teach them at a very young age. Oh my goodness.
Well, Jamie's in for Bernie tonight.